All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go, back. 280!
Let's put him on.
Other side, solid.
Check. Fresno.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo! Bravo!
51, Mike 51. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And incomplete to open things up. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I got him. 74.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. He'll have a first down past the 40. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
54 miles. Sponge. No.
Let's go.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Okay, ready?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go.
You got tight right there. Check.
Hey, orbit.
Watch the shit.
Roll out. Get it.
Shotgun now for Manning. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Jim.
Now Saquon Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Joker. Check it out, Reed.
Leo.
Check out, Reed.
Hey, lock it.
Kill.
No.
Kill.
Snap comes at 1. Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Check cross. Kill.
Rock it. Ready?
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely online. They just need a little more oomph behind it. And it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check. 47.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty
Go.
47.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
Check three.
Now a 1st down carry here from McCoy. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. 120.
Here we go. Lucky.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 280.
He don't know no better.
82.
Mike's 47.
Hey, Delta.
47, Mike. 47.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught by Jackson. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st down, it's McCoy. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Go. 280.
I know he ain't got it. Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
180.
Bucks it.
Sunday.
25. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Hey, Haywood.
Now Wentz on third down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Nelson Aguilar. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the pass. Showing up. Showing up. Hey, look.
Squeeze.
This is Barkley. It'll be a 9-yard gain that time, but it'll also be the final play of this first quarter.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
Shoot.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Switch.
Gone.
Watch.
Be crippled.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a second and long.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. Pilot, 64, weak.
Say nothing.
Hard. And up.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. Flushed out right. It's complete to Golden Tate. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Ready.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Check 26. Shoot. Watch the safety creep.
There. Now.
Saquon Barkley running right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ready, set.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
From the gun, it's Manning. This is Shepard on the catch. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down.
At the 14-yard line.
Got it.
59, Mark. Check, 59.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Look at me. Go, get it.
On second down, here's Barkley. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's the seventh play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Wrong, get wrong.
Roll out.
Manning. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Waiting.
Back. Slam.
Man 5-7. Hey, wahoo.
On second down, Westbrook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That's what I do.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Let's go.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. The ball comes out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hey, exit.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Switch.
X3. 218. Chopper. Done.
Wentz now on first down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
4 down. Check.
To throw, it's Wentz. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. 3rd down here.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
West 5-7.
Wentz to throw again. The open man is Westbrook. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a great return.
What a great way to get set up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Oh, here we go. Oh, check 37. Check 37. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. He's checking.
Leo. Ready?
They'll go to Barkley again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 24. Check 24.
Hey, lock it.
He's checking crack.
5.
Working from the gun, Manning. He completes it to Tate. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
47's the mic, boy. 47.
Echo.
47. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
47.
5-7.
47's the mic. No chance.
Check this out.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Here we go. 280.
51. All day, pump.
Kill.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Big end.
Check 3.
57.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Aguilar has it. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Under 10. 10. Six guard. Check 6 guard.
Black. 57.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LaShawn McCoy. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, look at the juke. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Come on,
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Barkley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Rush in. Rush in.
Go on, go on.
Check 30.
Now Manning. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
At their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Now a play fake. Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
A gain of 17 yards. And an Eagles first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
You.
Check 4, check 4. Check.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Sunday.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
5-9.
Wentz going to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Julian Love picks it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Hard. Get it.
Throwing on first down is Manning. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't hit it.
Manning now on first down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hey, turn it up.
On second down now, Barkley. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles' 31.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Giants on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Fair. Yo, go. He's coming to use motion. Hey.
Right there.
Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, stand off.
Into the red zone now. Manning. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Oh, were the Giants able to recover? Yes. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Protein spill. Shoot.
Manning now on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
80 weapons.
Check. Sponge. No.
Look at me. Door. Be crippled.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. They find some open field here. He's at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Kill, kill. "46 down, man, 5-4.
Mike, 29. It's coming this way. Coming this way.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting.
Check. 3 down.
10th carry now for McCoy. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Back. Waiting.
Here we go. Jim.
Two jet. Hey, high 7.
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be, 38 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And got his man complete. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Hey, Charlie.
Check, 59, 59. Yo. Check. Check, hot route. Hot. Kill.
Leo. Snap.
Now Manning. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
Go. 180.
Double time. 3 down.
So fly, Eagles, fly. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and our home team. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set up. 15, line it. 15 line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Kill, kill, kill.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Shift, shift. Check 3.
They go.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Fournette, a first down, still going. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
We got double up, double up. 6-6, pull it high.
Check 3, check 3.
Rock it, rock it.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Get it.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Set one in. Look at him.
Check, check, check.
20.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Stop your whining. Slam, slam, slam.
8, 8.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Set one in. 8.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Gun, gun. 20.
Watch out.
Check in.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing is Newton. Over the middle, complete. That's Schwartz. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Mike 54. Let's go, D.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he fires one, but incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Badgley hit from 59 in his rookie season. This one not quite as long, but he shows off that big leg by hitting another from distance. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 8, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check nickel.
X3, 218, chop. Shoot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Looking to throw. Herbert. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Box drop, box drop.
35, Mike, 35. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Bang, 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 bang. Switch.
Now Leonard Fournette. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Defense, let's get out the field, defense.
Eight.
Check 37.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Here's Gordon. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down, Newton is going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole
All right, Coach. Coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and our home team. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down. At about the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready, ready.
149. You ain't going nowhere.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 77 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set. Ready?
Check right 54. Right 54. Let's go, let's go.
20.
Check 13.
Ready?
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Ready? White to the 3.
37-yard line.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Check 3, check 3. Under 10.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
10 Lobo.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Fournette, a 1st down, still going. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready? 44 to Mike. I got one.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
44.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton, he's going to fire one deep. Middle. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and which you also have to guard against.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Got some room at the 30. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And some room to work. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there by Gordon. 48 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Newton now to throw. Allen's got it complete. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
At the 15-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Newton. That is caught at the 7. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Check, 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 check.
25. Check 25.
Express!
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Hey!
Strip that ball.
What is it?
Strip that ball.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, second and goal.
Hey, switch gears.
8!
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check your backer. Check your backer. Check. Check.
20!
Check.
What is it?
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Good shot.
Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Coaching spell!
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Bravo!
23-yard line.
Shoot!
To throw on second down. Herbert connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Jackson.
Come on, set!
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
They're running it.
80 weapons! Hey, orbit! Be careful! Be careful!
Back to throw. Herbert, he's going to loft one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Chargers take over
We got
first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Mike 54. You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball.
Hey!
Kill.
On second down now, it's Gordon.
Go, go, go.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Gun.
Mike, 54.
Great.
Check 99. Check 99. Go.
20.
On 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. $62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's our time. It's our time.
Great.
Check 49.
Out of the gun, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
You got tight right there. Check safety.
20.
Watch the shit.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Looking to throw. Herbert. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Herbert. And he completes it to Westbrook. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 9 now. Complete to Bryant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39.
First down, Jacksonville.
Go! Ready?
On first down, Herbert. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And his throw here is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Oliver. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no good plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
First down, Jacksonville.
On the run, it's Fournette. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And a rout is on here in this first half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Out. 20.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, exit. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Get it.
To throw again. Herbert. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. This is Josh Lambeau. He hit from 57 a year ago. This will be from 56 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Set. 180.
Brings up second and 11.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
On second and 11 now. Newton, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2nd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Daniels breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Hey, let's go. Ready?
To throw on third down. Herbert. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yards on the return that time, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Gun.
44 to Mike.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Go now. 10-2 stop.
I'm coming after you.
On first down, Herbert going for the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
What is it?
Mike, 44. Hey, I'm coming. Switch.
Switch.
Check 30.
20.
Check 37. Watch twist.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
He's checking. Crash.
From the gun, here's Newton. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
1st down, Jaguars.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Shit. Whip. Watch the whip.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now Gordon on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check. Watch 54. Watch. Hey, come on out here. Come get it.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Go.
Motion.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing on second down. Newton completes it to Watt. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check 31, check 31. Check 4, check 4.
Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 2nd and 1, Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 3rd down, Newton. Complete. It's Henry. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They snap it to Newton. It's brought in by Jackson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
8. Shift. Watch the shift. 8. Switch gears.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
The Chargers on 3rd down, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Newton. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Watch safety 20. Safety's creeping. Check the backer. 8.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. And now here is another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert, and he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And out across midfield, down to the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Hey, Charlie. Go.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Ready, ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
From the 31, Newton complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Right to the 3. Great.
Right here. Mike's 54. Mike's 8. I'm on. Hatchet.
20.
Slam. Kill.
Newton on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Mike 54. Set the tone.
Throwing again. Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. To the air again, Newton. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether there's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Watch the pass.
Check 99. Check 99. Watch the edge.
Check, check, check.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Shoot.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
35 to Mike.
To throw again. Herbert trying to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jackson...